Hi, welcome back to Tea Time with Allie and
Angelique.
we're so glad you're here. Angelique,
We're glad you came.
read your tea bag.
Aw,
Yeah, it's your turn.
prove it.
Okay.
No, my tea bag is one we've had many a time. It is Are Not Flowers the Stars of the Earth by Clara Lucas Balfour.
Pretty sure I had that exact same tea bag last week.
I think you did. Unfortunate.
Mine says, beauty is not caused, it is. Emily
Emily who?
Dickinson.
Dickinson.
What do you think I said?
I didn't know. I thought maybe you said Tennyson.
Never heard of Emily Tennyson.
Me either. That's why I was asking who. Anyway, hi guys. Welcome back. Allie already said that, but I'm going to say it again because I didn't get to say it the first time. This week we're talking about St. Valentine for St. Valentine's Day. And, yeah.
So, first we're going to kind of talk about, like, what Valentine's Day means in this modern day.
Modern era Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day. That sounds really stupid.
We are very stupid.
Anyway, so, if you don't know, Valentine's Day is coming up. And this year it's really interesting because Valentine's Day is on Ash Wednesday. And so it's funny because people are like, what do you do for Valentine's Day?
Nothing.
Go to mass. Good advice for all Valentine's Days.
Do nothing.
No, go to mass.
Okay. But also do nothing.
Yeah. And if you have, been single for a long time, Valentine's Day feels kind of stupid to you.
I mean, yeah.
But, it's like people just think like, oh, candy, chocolate, flowers, stuffed animals that no adult needs.
Ridiculously expensive dinners. Wedding proposals.
Why are you looking at me?
I don't know, because that's what they do. Have you never seen a movie before, Allie?
Yes, I have, but you just gave me a very pointed look.
You're right. I didn't. Actually, that didn't mean anything. It's just really fun to mess with Allie. And,
Anyway.
ridiculous gifts that nobody needs.
I know on TV, a lot of times people will say anybody can be romantic on Valentine's Day. It's like, and that's true, And I guess it's fun to tell people, I don't know, I've never had a Valentine before, so.
Do you have one now?
I think so.
Did he ask you?
No, but
Then you don't have a
It's
Valentine?
implied.
You can't imply Valentine's.
Oh my gosh, no. I think it's stupid when people are like, he has to ask me to be his Valentine. Have y'all been dating for a long time? Are you engaged? Are you married? They're your Valentine. Shut up.
I get that. Are you married? Like, if you're married to that man.
No, I think if you're dating in a committed relationship and you're engaged, which is also a committed relationship, they're your Valentine. I don't care what the...
Your mom's your Valentine.
No, she's not.
You're right. She's Brian's Valentine.
Yeah.
Ew.
Ew, they like each other.
Gross.
Anyway. Gross. Zenith and Brian are gross.
This got away from us really quickly. Anyway, so Valentine's Day was named after
Saint Valentine.
maybe. So the problem is everything you read says that, maybe there was a St. Valentine. It could have been one guy, it could have been a lot of guys, it could have been no guys. Nobody's sure. But what we are sure is that somebody in heaven where the saints are is named St. Valentine. That's all we got.
That's it.
Tune in next
End of the
week.
video. Come next week for the Our Lady of Lords. Ring the bell, like.
But really, there's a lot of different legends on who St. Valentine was. He was a 3rd century martyr, to our knowledge. He might have been marrying Roman soldiers. He may have made his jailer's daughter fall madly in love with him by healing her blindness.
Yeah. We don't know. So the interesting thing is that like the legend, I guess at this point, says
Has
that
grown so much.
yeah, that Saint Valentine was a priest. There are some legends that say he was a bishop that was marrying Roman army men. And the thing about it is either I read that two different things actually, that men in the Roman army when they were married didn't have to go fight in service whenever during wartime. And I also read that they believed, Emperor Claudius II said that men who were married didn't fight as well. So unmarried women were better at fighting. And I think both of us said the same thing. We were like, I would argue that if you have something to like fight to go home for, you'd be better at your job.
Yeah.
You know?
Like definitely. You wouldn't want to die if you had a reason to live, and a girl you were in love with that you want to marry seems like a reason to live, right? I don't know. I wasn't there.
Well, you're already married too, because they said unmarried men.
That's fair, I guess.
Better.
It's a weird life. It's a weird...
Yeah. So there's no clear story, but it was also written in the 3rd century. Or not written, it happened in the 3rd century. So
which was a long time ago. Like the 200s. So...
yeah.
But what we do know is that he's the patron saint of love in the general vicinity of that knowledge.
Marriage, maybe? I don't know, actually.
Let me
That's
look it back
actually the thing that I didn't look up, was what he was the patron saint of. Whoops.
Allie, lovers. He's the patron saint of lovers.
I hate that word.
Yeah, me too. Epileptics and beekeepers for some reason, which I find very interesting.
There's another saint, patron saint of beekeepers.
I want to be a beekeeper someday.
Angelique wants to be the patron saint of beekeepers one day.
I mean, I don't want to be the patron saint of beekeepers, I just want to keep the bees.
Well, what would you want to be the patron saint of?
I don't know. YouTube.
I mean,
I'll be the patron saint of YouTube. That was obviously a joke. I don't know. I don't think you get to pick.
I know you don't get to pick. I was just asking.
What do you want to be the patron saint of?
I don't know.
Pick something.
Trad wives.
You're done.
I love being the trad wives. You guys keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, you're doing good work. Anyway, so some of the weird things that I found was there were superstitions revolving around Valentine's Day in like the
mid-century.
No, what's it called? Middle Ages. In the Middle Ages, there was a superstition that an unmarried woman would see a specific kind of bird on Valentine's Day, and that would tell her what kind of man she's gonna marry. So the list that I found, because I thought that was wildly entertaining. If you see a blackbird on Valentine's Day, you're going to marry a clergyman. If you see a goldfinch on Valentine's Day, you're going to marry a millionaire. If you see a redbreast on Valentine's Day, you're going to marry a sailor. If you see a crossbill, you're going to marry a quarrelsome man. And if you see a wren neck, you're very, very unlucky, and you're going to be an old maid. So... I guess I saw one too many rednecks. Who knows? That's a
wonder where you
joke.
see those golden finch.
I know. I'm gonna go golden finch hunting.
I should have looked there, I guess. No, I'm just kidding.
It's obviously a joke.
Not all.
It's all in
money.
jest.
Yeah.
We don't believe in this nonsense.
Yeah, it's a superstition.
There was also a way that they believed that single girls could improve their chance of finding true love. And it's quite a bit. Are you ready for all the bit? First,
I told her not to tell me these because I wanted to be surprised.
First, you gotta run around a church 12 times without stopping.
Angelique?
Yep.
I know what we're doing on Valentine's.
Then you've gotta lay a bay leaf sprinkled in rose water on your pillow.
Okay.
And then you've gotta eat a hard-boiled egg shell and all, at midnight.
You know, pause 1 second.
You already said we were doing it,
God
Allie.
willing.
You're already doing it, Allie.
I'm not seeing
You already
anymore.
said you were doing it, Allie. Can't wait to see you eat a hard-boiled
I'm
egg.
not gonna eat a hard-boiled egg. I don't have to.
Rude. Abandoning me in this nonsense.
Also, if it's at midnight on Valentine's Day, you can't eat it this year. So you'll have to wait till next
You
year.
have to save it as one of your snacks. That's your second snack, friend. Anyway, it's turned
Keep
into
going.
a giggle fest.
I know, this is not how we expected this to go.
No.
But
And
here we are.
it's suggested for any lady approaching old maid status, which is 27, you guys. They're advised to try all of the above so they don't end up alone.
Oh, so you don't have to do all of them.
No.
Unless
no.
you're approaching 27.
Hey, Allie, how old are you going to be in February?
24.
Don't lie to the camera.
I'm joking.
Allie's going to be an old maid. Because she's not married.
That's true, I'm not married.
But of course, I've been an old maid for 2 years at this point, if we believe in that nonsense.
Anyway, any more superstitions? I like that this is all revolved around single women. Rather than men.
What about the single men? No.
It's easier for them to...
And then later in the article, it explained that the red rose that you give your lover, it said that word. I don't like that word.
I hate that word.
On Valentine's Day comes from a famous poet who wrote a poem that says the line, "My love is like a red, red rose." Except he didn't even write the poem about Valentine's Day or anywhere near Valentine's Day. And yet it's been adopted to give roses for Valentine's Day.
I mean,
But-
roses are pretty, but I think daisies are prettier. Anyway.
But, superstitiously wise, back into the Valentine of it all, there's like an old tale that true lovers know to wear yellow crocuses right over their heart, because for some reason from what I understand, Roman soldiers would wear their yellow crocus over their heart when they wanted Saint Valentine to marry them.
Huh.
So, if you're in love with somebody, find a yellow crocus.
What even is that?
Good luck. I don't know what that is either. Let's Google it.
Oh
Let's
my
Google a yellow
gosh.
crocus.
This is the most disorganized episode I think we've ever done.
Well, it's late and we're tired and
It's Monday as we're recording this, but Saturday when you're seeing it.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, it's a flower.
Yeah, it's a yellow flower. It looks
Oh.
it looks like that. It kind of looks like a tulip. Where's the camera? It kind of looks like a yellow tulip. It's pretty. Anyway, you guys get yellow tulips instead.
In honor of Valentine's Day being on Ash Wednesday, I have something to read to y'all that I saw the other day.
Corny.
And it's really funny. It's a Valentine's Day card. Are you ready?
Yep.
Valentine, I'd like to take you out for a small meal that will combine with another small meal. Doesn't exceed your large meal.
Catholic pickup lines.
Y'all,
You gotta love
that's
them.
a good line. If you're asking someone to be your Valentine this year, use that line. Even though I think that if you're dating, you don't have to ask.
I think you do.
But I guess you should ask the person you're dating because they're not all as cool as me.
Big-headed, much.
No. Yes. I'm just more chill than other girls.
I'm not like other girls.
Like the definition of a pick-me girl.
Wow, Allie, you didn't know you were picking.
It was a joke. No, I think there are just some things that whenever you're single for so long, that you're like, I don't get why people in relationships do that.
Yeah, it's kind of
You know, like, genuinely, like I just don't get why if you're in a committed relationship, you have to ask somebody to be your Valentine.
I just don't get why we're using a Catholic priest from the 3rd century as like the patron of love We don't know him.
Yeah.
And, the tales about him have been so inflated that we have no idea what he actually did, because who can believe all the stories? They don't all match up.
Yeah. And I think the fact that there's like superstitions behind certain things makes it a little sketchy.
Sketch.
Like
how do birds mean what kind of man you're gonna marry?
I don't know.
I don't even know what some of those birds are.
I also feel like they didn't describe every type of man.
No.
Like
no. That is like 4 particular kinds of men, and then otherwise you don't get to marry.
You end up alone.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Valentine's Day is on Ash Wednesday this year. So you're probably wondering, like, what do I do to celebrate? Well, I would say just celebrate on Fat Tuesday.
Or, the Saturday before. You'll be able to get
a reservation?
Yes, I couldn't remember the word. Reservation real easy the Saturday before Valentine's.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Valentine's Day is one of those days where I'm like,
you do you, boo-boo.
Yeah.
Allie told me that earlier, so I had to bring it back. You weren't here for that, but...
They weren't?
They are now. Anyway,
that was crazy.
Oh. Like, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, because Allie and I are dying to be influencers on the YouTube. If you have a comment and you have an idea for a video you want us to do, something you want to see, drop it down below. We are interested in what you're interested in.
We did an episode of the podcast a couple weeks ago where we did a Q&A, and that was really fun. We found like Q&A questions and asked each other them.
And it was enjoyable. It was an enjoyable time.
Sorry, one of our cats is chewing on plastic.
She's a little dumb. Anyway,
probably because she keeps chewing on plastic.
Anyway, keep striving for a likeness.
Don't forget.
And we'll see you next week. Is that everything? Did I say other things?
Yeah. Next week we're talking about Our Lady of Lords, and then the week after that you'll get the second half of Being Enough.
Sorry guys, it was a weird thing that we did.
Yeah, the Our Lady of Lords, I think, threw us off a little bit because we wanted to do all the Marian feast days. But
we digress. Bye, see you next time.